Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from NovaGundam in Blue Destiny Unit 1. Maelstrom is here too. I think he was in the prototype Stark Dragon, or maybe the Gun Cannon 2 again. I'm bad at some of these icons. Still waiting for the new glasses, one more week. I am in the Gym 3 powered. Spidey Wing is in, I believe, the G4 booster type, and I think Demolition Hound is in the Gundam ground type, so a pretty good setup. But yeah, Blue Destiny Unit 1 is a raid that starts at 350, goes fairly high. I think it goes up to 500. I think that's where we are right now. But yeah, it's a good machine. Maybe a little bit outdated, but that is okay. The outdated stuff does still work. Like, I don't know how I got stunned, because Nova managed to hit one person on either side of me, which is really impressive. But either way, I didn't take any damage. That's the important part. We are, fighting onwards. Looks like Spidey got grabbed. One of the enemies is nearly dead. Oh, here is a... I think is that a Titania? Yeah, I think it is a Titania with the beam rifle. And Titania can use the Galbaldi, not the Galbaldi, the Gelga Jaeger's charging beam sniper rifle. I was thinking of the high mobility Galbaldi Alpha, which can also use said rifle. That is a Gallus K, I believe, that Nova just took down. And I just managed to stop a Sturm Gallus, which is, a punchy little jerk that is kind of hard to handle most of the time. It's got a fairly easy to hit heavy stagger. It's got a shotgun, and it's got really heavy punches. So it is a handful for just about anybody. Nova has 10 seconds of exam left, which means shortly he is not going to have any legs to speak of, which is, a problem. But you can still fight without legs. It can be done. It interrupted his combo, but it can be done. He's lasted quite a while on these hit points. That is really good for a raid. I would be dead twice over already. I am, in fact, currently dead, so there you go. But yeah, once you run out of legs, though, you don't have a lot of options, especially in the case of Blue Destiny Unit 1, which only has a dodge roll while exam is active. So the only, advanced kind of mobility tech Nova could use without falling on his face would have been the tackle he used. And after that, yeah, there's nothing. Since tackling overheats your thruster gauge, there's nothing you can, you're out of options after you use that, especially with no feet. So yeah, that is, that's a situation there's not a lot of good getting out of anyway. So, like I said, Nova lasted a long time, got some good kills, so, a good first life for sure. And yeah, there's the Blue Destiny 1 has slightly different missiles than, yeah, that is Maelstrom the Protostar. Blue Destiny 1 has slightly different missiles than Blue Destiny Units 2 and 3. 3 has... Ooh, unfortunately, I think that Titania got to smack Maelstrom at least once after the other mobile suit was destroyed. But yeah, Blue Destiny 1's missiles are stop to fire, but if even one of them connects, they do stun. You can move while firing Blue Destiny 2 and 3's missiles, and they also fire while it can be fired while you're boosting, which, as I've mentioned, is a really excellent thing to have. But it takes multiple missile hits to stun, so fair trade-off, I think. But just you have to be prepared to use them differently if you use all the Blue Destinies. And I'm happy I finally have a representation of Blue Destiny 1, because that was a design I always liked back in the MS in Action days in particular. And, a lot of it is just Gym ground type or Gundam ground type parts, but as for the rest of it, it just has a really nice streamlined backpack that I have always liked. So, again, just, happy to have a G-frame of that is more or less... Oh boy, that is a janky Sturm Gallus there. But, yeah, it is nice to have that. And yeah, I think I've got all 3 of the Blue Destinies now, which those just didn't exist back in the early 2000s. So in terms of action figures, of course they come from the Saturn games, so they existed, but in toy form, nah. Like, it's Gundam's one of those things. I feel like one of the strengths of Bandai is that you get a lot more obscure things in your Gundam games and your Gundam model kits than, for example, Transformers manages. Transformers, they've been getting some good deep cuts in the recent toy lines, but they have just, they can't put them out on the volume that Bandai puts out plastic models. So it's just nice to go, look at some random thing from a manga and go, oh, that's neat, and have it turn up here in GBO2, have it turn up in a hobby shop, what have you. I just, again, that's just something that I do like about, Gundam in particular. And good stab on those feet. And I think that was a Galbaldic Beta he hit with a foot stab. Pretty good health. Nova's lost his shield. He does have Exam. I don't feel like that mobile suit should have been able to just charge through his melee swing like that, but you never know what the game will allow, depending on how it judges things. I think that was a Blue Destiny 2 or 3, in fact, that went through his swing. I'm gonna say 3 because I believe I have seen it using a single saber. So, and that is basically in custom colors the best, I'll say, way to tell the difference between Blue Destiny 2 and 3 is that 2 uses double sabers and 3 uses single sabers, or a single saber. And that's kind of an important distinction to be able to make because 2 is a raid, 3 is not. So that is, important. With less than a minute to go, there's no good reason not to use Exam because unlike Hades, Exam boosts all your stats. So just, sometimes getting an opportunity to use it is the tough part, and as you saw earlier, making sure that you have some kind of escape option when you get caught is the hardest part, because when Exam runs out and if you're in the middle of the enemy formation, you got a problem. But yeah, this time just Nova did some extra damage, ran out as much time as he could, and yeah, there's not going to be time to respawn. It is just me and Maelstrom fighting off whatever is in that corner. Or actually, I'm in the corner and Maelstrom and somebody else were somewhere else, so yeah. But we pulled it off, and we will take a look at various scores. I think I was working on a request from the look of those Gym 3 powered colors, but yeah, Nova did 126,000 damage. That is really good. 4,000 score, so about a quarter of the team's score right there. And yeah, that was 6-2. Yeah, that was a good round. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So I did throw a few more of my socked away tokens at the new Gundam FF banner. No dice yet, but if I get another 10 spin available before it's over, I might give it another try. But at the moment, basically planning on not getting it, though I have been told, for the record, that the Hyper Bazooka that you get if you do all 7 steps of the step up can be fired while boosting. So that thing is going to be a terror at 700. So, plan accordingly, and if you see one of those with a bazooka, just be ready to deal with it at range, because it will be able to close with you very, very easily.